Hi guys, I'm Anna Fried and welcome to your Taurus season tarot card reading. All right, so it's been a while since I've done a reading on YouTube, and that is because I have been traveling. So I am recording this live from San Marcos, La Laguna, Guatemala. What am I doing in Guatemala? I am currently enrolled in a 1-month course called the Moon Course at a meditation center called Las Pyramids del Ca. And this center is known not only for its yoga sessions, its meditation sessions, but also they offer metaphysical classes. So each week we have been learning about a different topic in metaphysics. Last week was all about auras, and this week is all about dreams, astral travel, astral projections, lucid dreams. So it's been a very it has been a very interesting experience. Whoa. Ooh, nice. And I'd be lying if I said that I have not been pushed outside my comfort zone a couple of times here. But I am definitely feeling the effects. Ooh, this is going to be a good reading. Okay. I am definitely starting to notice the effects of doing yoga for 1 hour every morning. Meditating for, I think now, close to an hour and a half a day. Just starting to notice little mental shifts. Oh my, wow. Okay, I'm very excited about the cards that are coming out for this Taurus season spread. By the way, the energy in San Marcos, La Laguna is extremely potent because this village is located on Lake Atitlan, which is surrounded by volcanoes. And so volcanoes naturally have a very high, energetic vortex, I guess. And so there's just been a lot of interesting, crazy things happening here. Not only for me personally, but also for the people in my class, and just in the area in general. And I just realized something. So my power in my cabin hasn't been working since Saturday, and I can see the lake from my cabin. So I'm just gonna assume that it has something to do with the energy, the vortex, whatever. All right, so let's get into this Taurus season spread. All right, so the first card that I pulled, or that leapt out of the deck, because all these cards leapt out. I don't know if you saw that. That usually doesn't happen. So I think whatever messages these cards are going to give us today are really being pushed out by the universe. Okay, so the first card answers the question, what should I focus on? Or in this case, what should you focus on during this Taurus season? And the card I pulled is the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So we already know Pentacles has to do with money. Taurus rules over material wealth and financial possessions, so like money, finances, and material things. So we can already get a sense that this card is going to have something to do with your finances or your material possessions. Okay. So, what should you focus on during this Taurus season? Five of Pentacles in reverse is associated with the end of adversity, where it is possible to reach economic recovery. This could manifest as improvement in the way you handle money, or it could mean a drastic increase in your savings. Relationship-wise, this card can represent acceptance. So your focus should be on your finances, and this card is very supportive in an increase in your finances through the way you handle your money or through other means of acquiring money. So the energy of Taurus season is very supportive if you choose to focus your energy on your finances over the next couple of weeks. All right, the next card answers the question, where do you need more stability? And the card that I pulled is the Queen of Cups in the upright position. Where do you need more stability? Queen of Cups is associated, okay, so I don't know if you heard that. Those are bombas. Guatemala is an extremely religious country. And so for the past 6 weeks, they have been celebrating Lent, Easter, and the celebrations are going to continue for a couple of weeks, even though Easter's already passed. And so in San Marcos, they set off these bombas, which are just like loud cannons and loud fireworks. They go off every like 15 to 30 minutes, beginning at 4 a.m. So yes, I was woken up this morning and the morning before and the morning, but every morning I've been woken up at 4 a.m. by these bombas and by this music, this like party music that's playing next door at the hotel next door. So I'm getting used to it, to be completely honest. It's just part of the experience. But yeah, sorry if you hear bombas go off in the background. Okay. Queen of Cups is associated with the faithful and unwavering empathic abilities of the woman. It signifies compassion while also retaining the strength and independence of the divine female spirit. This card is suggested to be a sign of good mothering. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus represents love, beauty, very feminine energy. So this Taurus season is a really great time for you to strengthen your feminine energy, to strengthen your connections to things and values that make you feel more feminine, increase your feminine energy. And it doesn't matter if you identify as a male or a female, masculine and feminine energy are present in all. All right, card number 3 answers the question, where do you need more flexibility? And the card I pulled is the Emperor. So the Emperor, where you need more flexibility, the Emperor, the themes surrounding the Emperor card are power, leadership, and fatherhood. So the Emperor card signifies an authoritarian figure, most frequently a father or an older man. This card symbolizes the occurrence of stability, structure, wealth, and rigidity in the routines of the mortal existence. And so during this Taurus season, this card is calling on you to consider some flexibility in maybe ways you make money, your streams of income. And also, this would be maybe a good time to experiment a little bit with your daily routines. Taurus loves routine. Um, I've been here in San Marcos for like a week and a half now, coming up on 2 weeks. And I am really excited because a couple days ago I discovered like a nice 20-minute walking loop, which kind of mimics my boardwalk strolls that I used to always go on in Miami near the beach. And so now here I have strolls I can go on near the lake, and I'm super excited. And doing this reading, this is helping me feel more connected to my regular routines, but it's in a different environment. So over the next couple of weeks, play around with your routines a little bit. I know as a Taurus moon and a Taurus rising, I know that I am guilty sometimes of getting stuck in like rigid routines to the point where my routines are no longer enjoyable. That's not what a routine should be like. So for example, if you have a routine where you work out every day at 5:30 a.m., but you hate it, play around and see if you can work out at a different time, or you can change the nature of your workout. Maybe you've been lifting weights, but you actually don't like it. Try running or walking or yoga or swimming or something. This is a really, really great time to play around with your routines and see what feels right for you, and especially what feels right in your body. Taurus is all about the physical plane and our bodies, which leads me to question number 4. Or it's technically a statement. So card number 4 represents a message from your body. And the card I pulled is the 9 of Swords in the reverse position. Nine of Swords in reverse is a hopeful card that signifies that things are improving. It may indicate that there's a reason to move forward, even if that reason isn't necessarily clear yet. That being said, this card can also symbolize self-loathing or escalations of fears from mental to physical. Okay, so this is a really great card, but your body tells you how you're feeling. And so if you are experiencing any pains in your body right now, this would be a good time to evaluate what your current mental state of mind is. Taurus represents the body. And so if you're experiencing any like self-hate, any self-loathing, like, oh, my thighs are fat, I'm too emotional, I don't like the way my chin looks. These negative mental thoughts are going to begin to appear in your physical self as pains, aches, acne, things like that. This is going to sound really weird, but I don't really know when this started, but for my whole life, I've always had an extremely positive internal narrative about my body. I love my body, and I'm not apologetic about that. And so all day, every day in my mind, I have a very like automated script that constantly is repeating like, wow, you look great, Anna-Bree. And I'm not saying this to say that I sound conceited. I am saying this because like I love my body, and I think it shows externally. I get like one pimple a year. I'm very happy with my weight. I really love my body, and it is because my mental shows in the physical. So all of that is to say, mind your thoughts, especially during Taurus season, because if you are thinking negative, self-loathing thoughts about your body mentally, they will begin to manifest in the physical. I'm telling you, really, like, be careful about this. Okay, final card. How can you support this message from your body during Taurus season? So remember, the message is mind your thoughts, make sure they don't appear in the physical. And so how can you support having like a healthy internal narrative? And the card I pulled is the Six of Swords in the upright position. And so I already know off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken, this is the travel card. This card encourages you to take a trip. But let's double check. Okay. Six of Swords represents healing, travel, and guidance. The Six of Swords has a central focus in the progression of healing energy. It can indicate that you are well overdue for an overseas vacation, or that your spirit is feeling limitless. Allow this calm, peaceful energy to envelope your soul as you embark on your journey. So basically, this is a great time for you to book a trip somewhere. And it does not have to be a crazy trip. It could be a weekend away. If you live in Miami, for example, you can fly to Puerto Rico for the weekend. I did that last January. My flight was $110 round trip. Just something to change up kind of your day-to-day, and to also, if you have like a negative thought loop, traveling can break that. I can tell you, like, 100%, since being in Guatemala, I've become more aware of my negative thought loops. I'm not saying that they've stopped. I'm not saying like I'm cured of anxiety or anything like that, but I'm more aware of it, which is a step in the right direction. So I would definitely encourage you to take a trip if you have the means to. Change of scenery, change of mind, change of perspective. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This reading makes me very, very happy, and I will try to come back to do more readings while I am here in Guatemala. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time.